Welcome to the Nightmare DF Corruptor Zero tanking guide. I will be occasionally pausing the video to explain fight mechanics. I will also be using cardinal directions. These are based on the minimap. The fight begins with a bunch of ads. Quickly kill the ads so that Corruptor Zero will spawn. If you are on a drug, you should pull first so that you can use Saber Reflect to help kill the ads faster. Corruptor Zero will leap down and then jump back up. During this time, I focus target him to make the tank swaps easier. You can also mark the boss so that when people get mines, they can easily see where the boss is. I will explain this mechanic in more detail later. Corruptor Zero will land at one of the four ends of the room and fire a beam straight across. You should position yourself so that you LOS his beam. Here, Corruptor Zero landed on the east side of the room, so we run to the north side. You should call out to your group where they should run. My group uses short for the north and south sides and long for the east and west sides. Other options are stairs and door as more visual cues, or horizontal and vertical as another map cue. After Corruptor Zero fires his beam, move more towards the middle of the room so that he can quickly jump back to you. Keep your back to a wall since the boss periodically does knockbacks. Corruptor Zero will cast concussion mines. He will throw 2 mines onto 2 different raid members. If the raid members with the mines get too close, it will one-shot the raid. My group has everyone stacked underneath Corruptor Zero except for one ranged DPS. The ranged DPS will always get a mine, and then someone who is stacked under Corruptor Zero will get the other mine. The mines will periodically explode, giving off AoE damage. Every time the mine explodes, the person with the mine will get an extra stack of the debuff, making the mine more powerful. To cleanse the mine, you must hit Corruptor Zero with the mine's AoE. Thus, the person who is stacked under Corruptor Zero will instantly cleanse their mine. Once it drops off, the ranged DPS can come in and cleanse their mine as well. This is important to know in case you wander too far away from Corruptor Zero and get a mine. You will need to coordinate who goes in first so that the mines do not overlap and one-shot the raid. Ideally, you should be within melee range of Corruptor Zero whenever the mines are about to go out. Ranged ads will spawn. To get them to stack up, we run around the corner and LS them using the pillar. The ads will most likely aggro on the healers. Corruptor Zero begins casting Heavy Slash. This ability gives the target a cleansable blue dot and a yellow stacking debuff. You should tank swap when the debuff gets to 2 to 3 stacks. When this happens, I AoE taunt to pick up the ads. The elite casts an ability which gives its target a red AoE. This cast should be interrupted either by the off tank or a DPS. If this cast is not interrupted, the circle will give damage and perform a knockback, which is annoying. Corruptor Zero uses Heavy Slash and I get a stack of the debuff. Then he uses Anti-Gravity Field. If you are in the red circle when he finishes his cast, he will lift you, smack you around, and then knock you back. If you are a PT, do not use Hydraulics to get out of the circle. Because of Hydraulics, Corruptor Zero will not be able to knock you back and will instead keep hitting you until you die. When he finishes the cast, I leap back in and receive Chest Laser. This ability also gives a stack of the yellow debuff and an orange cleansable dot. I have 2 stacks and my co-tank picks up the boss. Corruptor Zero casts Missile Barrage. This will give each raid member a red circle under their feet. Move so that you're not stacked with other players to avoid taking extra damage. If you are having troubles with lag during this phase, turn off your sound. The next wave of ads spawn. These ads are melee and will just rush over to the boss. You don't need to LOS them. Again, make sure to interrupt the elite ad. His AoE will stun people. Corruptor Zero uses Missile Barrage and then Anti-Gravity Field. We run out of the giant red circle and don't stack up. My co-tank gets 3 stacks of the debuff and we swap. We spread out for Missile Barrage and then push Corruptor Zero below 60%. He leaps into the air and lands on the south side of the map. We swap sides to avoid his laser blast. When he's done, he jumps back to me. The third wave of adds spawn, which means that they will be ranged. All of the odd number waves of adds will be ranged, first, third, fifth, etc., while the even numbered waves are melee, second, fourth, sixth. My group moves around the corner to LOS the adds. My co-tank gets 2 stacks of the debuff, but I wait for my stacks to fall off before taunting the boss. I AoE taunt to pick up the adds as well. We run out of his anti-gravity field, and once the cast is over, we run back in. Corruptor 0 leaps up one last time. He gains 2 extra buffs, which signifies that he will jump around all 4 ends of the room, firing his laser at each end. He will move in a counterclockwise direction from whichever end he first picks. Thus, you will need to swap sides so that you can LOS his beam each time. Adds will also spawn, pick them up, and AoE them down. Corruptor 0 starts at the south side of the room, so we move west. After his first beam, he moves to the east side and we move north. Then he moves north and we move west. Since he will fire his last laser on the west side, we move to the western stairs. He will not be able to hit us if we stand behind him. The boss lands, fires his laser, and loses his immunity buff. This starts the burn phase. He will not perform any knockbacks, use anti-gravity field, or throw out any mines during this phase. He will instead constantly use missile barrage and give tanks the yellow stacking debuff. So make sure you aren't standing on top of someone else and keep track of your co-tanks and your stacks. And with that, Corruptor 0 is dead for the Empire.